lately I've been thinking about my perception of and belief in God and how it's shifted throughout my life. For about 25 years of my life, I was in a high demand religion, and my relationship with God was strong. God was a huge part of my life, that version of God, the God that I was conditioned to believe in. And only not until after did I realize that my relationship with God was so rigid. It was so boxed in with rules of how I was supposed to engage with God. In a sense, there are so many rules and things people were telling me that I had to do in order to keep a relationship with God. And when I left that high demand religion, it broke me. And I didn't believe, the God that I started believing was not one of any religion. It was just the chaos, so to speak, the chaos of the universe. And then I began to discover parts of myself. I began to see myself more clearly. I began to recognize that I wasn't loving myself in the way that I wanted God to, that I thought God would love me, that I thought God would speak to me in a certain way. And when I let go of that, God began speaking to me again. And I want to be clear, when I say the word God, I'm not referring to the God of any religion. It's just the symbol, the word that resonates most with me right now. To me, God is the universe. It is one consciousness. It is the forever unfolding of each of us. And as I've pondered on that and my relationship to it, I've realized, or I've come to the current belief that we are all part of God. And when the spiritual teachers talk about being one with God, it is remembering that we always have been. Sometimes people think that God has a plan. They use that wording. And I don't like that wording, because I think when people think of a plan, they think that means there's a path that they have to follow. And if they don't follow it, if they fall off, then they're not on the path to God. When in reality, we are the path. And if to use a different word, we are the journey. God is always with us because we are always in the next step of our unfolding, learning how to be one with us, with God, with each other, when we're present with someone else. And I think that's why some teachers say, when you are in the presence with another person, you are in the room with God. And I'll end with this, back to that analogy of the path. I would encourage people to think not about life as a path, like not thinking about God that he has a plan, but that we are always exactly where we're meant to be, because we are the journey. There's no final destination. We are always the destination. And we may want things, we may know that we could treat ourselves or others better, and we see that as the destination, but our love for ourselves should start right now, because something in our life conditioned us to act a certain way. And now we have to accept who we are, what we've done, the impact we've had, and continue learning how to live better, grow more where we're at. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great day, and take care.